everyone, it's Desiree with video 2 to celebrate Spellbinders' 20th anniversary. I like to say birthday. So for this one, I am going to be using the color block balloons and a surprise box. So for the first balloon, I've cut it from 3 different cardstocks, and I'm tearing away the sides so that as it gets towards the center, the darker color, it's going to have this lift to it. It's going to have this gradient look to the balloon. So it's great when you die cut these, that die actually holds it all together, which is great. And then I just come in with some scissors and just, you know, trim it up, you know, make it look clean. But you can see all the wonderful dimension on that balloon. I am going to have some solid balloons, so I cut from some solid cardstock scraps. And then everything's going to have 2 layers. So I have a white layer and then the color layered. This is great. I used all kinds of warm colors with a little bit of pink, and it's this beautiful swirl when it comes to this design. Now, I wanted it to be in a variegated sense. Now, all of these extra pieces will be held and created to make other birthday cards, but we're just focusing on this one here. So you can see we've got this variegated look, and then that last color of pink will come in at the bottom, which of course I actually grabbed the top, so now I'm grabbing the bottom and putting that in, and I just absolutely love that. And then we have another one with some scrolls or loops, so to speak, and I did that one in blues and purples. And I'm just layering up those pieces using some liquid glue down onto the base. And then just wiggling back and forth to make sure that it is straight. This die set also comes with the bottom of the balloon. So I cut a bunch of them because I wasn't quite sure which was going to be the bottom, what was going to be the top, and so forth as I was creating these cards. So I'm choosing the base color for the ones that I'm using. And then the other ones will be held for all of the other ones that I make, just in case they are there. Die also comes with the highlight of the balloon, and I'm just placing that down as well. You can also make a double one as well. I just went with a single highlight line, and then a real tiny one for that one. And those are our balloons. Absolutely adorable. And easy to put through or put together. The next die I'm using is called the surprise box, and this is great. It actually makes a dimensional box, and we're going to be making a slim line, and this slim line measures 4 by 9 inches, and it'll be a side folding. So I have a black mat, and then I have the white base. Now the mat is cut to 4 by 9 inches, and then the white mat is cut 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. So very little edging. You can see this goes together very well. We have the back that just sits flat onto the card, and then the front folds. It all has score lines. And then we have our box lids on the sides where we just attach a piece of double-sided tape and then fold them down. I'm going to put some tape as well onto the tabs that this has, and I'm going to wrap these around the box. Now you could put those flat on, okay, so you don't have to wrap them around, but I just wanted to wrap them around because it made sense to me. And then you can play with that. I'm going to add some glue to this to get that secured to the box, but I want the strings to come out of this box as well. So I needed to get the strings set to where I wanted them, and then I can put that in place. So that was my reasoning with that. A lot of people would say, well, why don't you set the box first and you wouldn't have that problem? No, because I have to make things difficult. So I am going to use I'm going to use my U-line glue or my U-line tape to set that basket down. I'm using some set sentiments from my stash. One says happy birthday, And the other one is going to say, another year looks good on you. So I'm setting those in place. I'm going to fold this happy birthday in half and then curl up the edges because I actually want this to go along the edge of this box and wrap around it, because I think it's also going to help hold it in place and make it a little sturdier. You know, because those sentiment strips are nice and thick. But I didn't want that box to get crushed because it does come off the card. It does add a lot of dimension. Now, I'm sure I'm putting it together wrong, but I think it's cute that way. Just saying. Adding some tape, putting that there around also the edges as well. Going to remove the release paper and then set that down. Now also the tabs from the happy birthday also help me to line this up as well. I'm going to use my paper creaser just to push down to make sure everything has good adhesion. Playing around with the placement of my balloons, but never fear, I changed my mind, and of course after I put the glue on them. So the only one that's safe is the one that's up on top, the red one. But again, we can change our mind. We can absolutely change our mind. It's awesome when we do that. And here we go. So we're going to take this off because I wanted to add dimension. I wanted to add double-sided foam squares to this. And I want the layered balloons to be to the front. I mean, why not? We did all of that wonderful work on them. So let's get those to the front so that they can be seen. I'm not worried about always trimming down those black strings, because if they can be hid away or beneath the balloons, then I'm okay with that. It's just more for it to grab onto. Just lifting up that blue one just a little bit more so I can get the purple one underneath. And then realizing that I have to move the aqua one as well. We're good. We are absolutely good. We are going to prop that one up as well. So the only one not propped is the one in the back, but it can still be visible. I do come in with my glimmer pen, my sparkle pen by Spectrum Noir, and just add it to those with the multi-colors. So I hope you enjoyed the second video to celebrate Spellbinders' 20th birthday. I think this is wonderful. All the products that I used will be listed down below once again, and if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, hit that bell so that YouTube knows to let you know. Hopefully they'll let you know. Enjoy, have fun with this craft, enjoy your art, but most of all, always remember, be creative. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Take care.